when you're outsourcing, it's a good idea to have a purpose. And I'm going to talk to you about that on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy. And as I mentioned, on the other side, a lot of people just go out and they source and they just don't really understand what they're doing. And I'll give you an example because I just want to be up here just randomly making videos, but it kind of didn't sit well with me. I was at the bins the other day, actually a couple days ago, and I was sourcing through the shoes, and I was at work, right, digging through the different bins. They must have had about 5 or 6 large blue bins at the Goodwill bins full of just shoes. And of course the shoes are just all over the place. There's usually, if you find one, chances are the other one's going to be on the other side of the store in like the 6th bin down at the end. So you kind of go through, you're finding shoes, you take a shoe and you hope to find another shoe, and if you find someone else with the other side of the shoe, you maybe offer to flip a coin for the shoe. And I've done that before and I've lost, but was working away, and there's this lady and she was digging through these shoes, and like, man, she's going to work, but she was also, you could tell she was on the phone. She had a little Bluetooth in her ear and she was just talking away. At first I thought she was talking to me, and I looked up, and she was just going at it, on the phone. Okay, so I kind of move on, and she's like following me. She's like moving the same, she was moving the other direction in the bins, and then she's moving my direction. She's just like in my ear. You guys know what I'm talking about. You're working or doing something, you have like this annoying conversation, or someone that's just really not focused like you are, and that's kind of what it was. Now some guy brought over some shoes and threw in these Crocs, and she handed them to me and said, "Do you want these?" And I'm like, "No, not really." And so I put them back, and I said, "What are you looking for?" Because she was working. I'm like, "What is she?" I have a full cart at this point. My cart is heaping. I actually had to send Jenna, yeah, she came with me, over to get another cart because ours was actually so full that I couldn't even stack them without them falling. And this lady maybe only had 1 pair of shoes. So I said, "What are you looking for?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm just looking." I said, "Well, yeah, I'm looking just for whatever that sells." She's like, "Me too." But it's like, okay, so I have a whole cart full and you only taken 1 pair, and you say you don't know what you're selling, and yet you're focused on the phone, not focused on what you're doing. And that's not the first time I've seen this before at the bins. Not from just her. It's just people that are on the phone. They're not focused on what they're doing. And, for me, it was like, I initially thought she may have been on the phone with someone she was shopping for. So just for her to say that it's, she's a reseller and she's looking for something, to sell, and I'm loaded with stuff, and she didn't even know what she's looking for. Maybe there's a certain type of shoe or something maybe I could help her with. She was being nice and offered me, some Crocs. So if I found what she was looking for, maybe I could return the gesture, but she didn't even know. And that's kind of what I'm saying here, guys. It's when you're out and about sourcing, you need to have a plan, okay? Now, look, if you're like me, you probably don't have an actual plan, like I'm going to pick up 20 shirts today, pick up 20 pairs of jeans. Maybe that is your plan if you're niche down, but if you're like me, I'm looking for something that I can buy at a low price, where the comps will tell me that I can make money on this. Now, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to get a deal. And if I can take $5 and turn it into 50 or 60, then sign me up, okay? Unless it's something that's really fragile. And I've even accepted the larger items at this point, right? Of course, I need more of a 8 to 10x type of flip or higher than, say, a 3 or 4x type flip, unless I know it's going to flip very fast. So I'm open-minded, okay? I'm open-minded, and I allow the market to tell me what I'm sourcing. So if someone was to ask me what you're looking for, I'm looking for something that is going to make me some money. And she wasn't looking at her phone. She just was digging through shoes without any thought. if that makes sense. Wasn't really looking or examining shoes. She was just rifling through shoes, and she couldn't answer the basic question that all of us should be able to answer, and that is, what are you looking for? What are you trying to accomplish? You know, you can go to your thrift store, you can go to your yard sale, you can go to the flea market. You should have a plan of action. Even when you're buying liquidation, you should have a general idea of what you're going to get, and if that meets what you're comfortable listing. Now, we talked about before getting out of your comfort zone, but you need to get out of your comfort zone before you get out there and start, because if you're coming across merchandise that you normally wouldn't list because you're just not comfortable listing that stuff, or maybe you don't know much about it, well, it's a good idea to maybe either do your homework before you go out to source, if you have an idea of what you're going to see at this particular location, or maybe use your phone. Okay, get off the phone with whoever you're talking to and start looking up comps. Okay, if that's the whole point, because it shouldn't matter. I mean, you're looking through, let's say, 6 bins of shoes. It shouldn't matter. Maybe you're only familiar with Nike, but you shouldn't limit yourself just to Nike. If you're coming through and across brands that you've never heard of, use your Google Lens. Use your Google Lens app. Take a photo of the shoe with the Google Lens app so it can help you identify what you're looking at. And a lot of times, it'll lead you right to the value of what that item is. But you got to have a plan. And that's the message of this video, is just don't go out blindly. And if you are an everything seller like I am, then be open to getting your phone out. And it takes, like someone said, it takes a lot longer to sell stuff when you don't have a niche. I agree with that, but not everyone is able to source the way you need to source to have a niche if you're full-time. Now, if you're just doing this part-time or for fun, and you pick up, this type of thing here and this type of thing there and just list it whenever, that's different. But if you're selling full-time, you need to rely on a source that is consistent, and you need to have your information. You need to learn as you go, for sure, and you learn faster with a niche. But if you don't have a niche, then you need to be open to buying things that you're not used to even thinking about having in your store. I've got many things that I've bought that it's like, I don't even know what this is, but it says that I can buy it for $5, and eBay says I can sell it for $100 in this condition, and there's been 3 solds in the last 30 days. Well, I might take a chance on that. Okay, I'm talking car parts. I bought a ukulele. Okay, I don't even know how to play a musical instrument, let alone a ukulele. You should have saw me when I got it. I drove Jenna nuts because I'm sitting there trying to make a melody with this ukulele, and the dog didn't want to have to hear it. So, but you know what? I'm not comfortable with musical instruments, but I'm comfortable making money. And if I have to buy something that I'm not very familiar with, and maybe I'm not going to learn to play it, but I'm going to learn about it so I can answer questions and put information in my listing, then I'm going to get out of my comfort zone and do that. But I'm going to know going out what I'm going to buy, what type of items I'm going to stay away from, like the large breakable things, and just be open to making money. That's kind of why we do this, right? So I wanted to, first of all, say thank you to a viewer, Carol Biddle. What she goes by on our videos when she hangs out with us on the live stream. She was nice enough to send me a package, and I just wanted to open it up here. I have no idea what it is. I've taken steps to cover up, her address and my address on the box, but I want to open that up here and just see what she sent. So it's a really nice gesture. I've waited a few days because I wanted to do this on the video, so why not? Let's do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. And it's not every day we get stuff sent to us, so it's kind of exciting when it does. Our buddy Mike sent us some things, and really nice. I've already gone through, I think, all but one Heath bar. And all right, so we have some, wow, she wasn't kidding. So she sent me, if you could see here, Emergency Season 5. Wow. It's a DVD set. Wow, that's pretty cool. I've not heard of this show. Emergency Season 6, complete set. We have the final rescues of Emergency. Is that like another Emergency Season 4 complete set? Wow. I have no idea what the value of these are. Emergency Season 1. Looks like there may have not been as many episodes here. Emergency Season 2. They're nicely packaged. Looks like she was trying to sell them, and I'm surprised that she didn't. These are in really good shape. So it looks like all the seasons of Emergency, and I'm going to give these a shot and see what happens. I'm going to try to resell them here, and she wanted me to do that. And she had some other stuff. She was nice enough to say, hey, look, we're going to send some stuff to other YouTubers, and I think that's really cool. Share the wealth, and it's a gesture that she made. I certainly appreciate it, but just know it's not something she really had to do, and I know she knows that, and she knows I've been in contact with her, and just the idea that you guys watch the videos, that you guys are willing to give me your advice when I ask for it, or even sometimes when I don't, but it's just really, really awesome. And it's to know we have a community here that do things like send me some cool stuff like this, and I almost want to check it out, but I just don't have time to watch a whole lot of like videos and shows. I'm into like 3 shows right now, and I haven't watched all of it. I mean, I'm watching The Last of Us, which is kind of an ongoing thing. I still haven't watched the latest Star Wars thing on Disney, and I still haven't finished the last Game of Thrones series, and I'm like halfway through that. So I just can't get into a groove. When I'm watching the TV, I get kind of bingey. I start watching all like 1 episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, and I can't get anything done when I'm focused on watching a lot of shows. And so yeah, for that reason, I probably won't get into these, but I'm definitely excited to see what we can do with these. Maybe sell them as an entire lot, or sell them individually. So I'm going to go in and see what the comps tell me. So this is the thing. I'm allowing eBay to tell me what the best course of action is. You should never go into this business blind. That's why when you're sourcing, you should have an idea. And if you don't, you have the resources at your disposal. This thing looks cool. Don't just buy it because you think it looks cool. Allow eBay to tell you if it's worth buying or not, okay? And if you don't see any comps for it, unless it's like dirt cheap, like $1, walk away. Don't buy something when you have no idea what you're buying. I think that's the biggest mistake. We get a lot of people who lose money that way. They'll spend $10 to find out they can only make $5, and that's a big time mistake. So guys, I want to know what you think. Thank you, Carol, for sending these over. This is really awesome of you. Didn't have to do it, but we're blessed to have viewers like you, and even the viewers who don't send anything. If you simply just drop by, say hi, give a thumbs up, and enjoy the content of the video, we're blessed to have viewers like you as well. So of course, all I ask is you hit the like button, and if you enjoy the videos, consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be part of the live streams when they happen. We're going to have a live stream tomorrow on Friday like normal, but my daughter, my son-in-law, and my grandkids are coming out for the weekend, and they actually will be here during the live, but it's something we look forward to. It's something I just don't not want to do. And so we're going to be doing a live at 3 o'clock like normal, but we're just going to try to stick to an hour so that I can just cut it short and spend as much time with them as I can. But you guys are my family too, and it's like I said, it's something that Jen and I both look forward to. And maybe I'll introduce you to one or more of my awesome family members. So looking forward to that. Hope to see you guys on the live stream. But you know what? Sourcing items on eBay, you got to have an idea of what you're looking for. And if you don't, use your resources. And I know that a lot of you are new, and this is how you learn. This is how you learn the business. And you remember next time what you bought last time and how well it sold, and you'll be out looking for that item again, and you won't have to look it up again. And so it's a learning process, but it's part of your eBay journey, and yet another example of how sometimes flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day, and we will talk to you very soon.